Peter Teft is on a Twitter page that is becoming a new battleground after that violent rally in Charlottesville, Virginia over the weekend. The 5-year-old page is dedicated to calling out racism. Now it's shifting its focus to exposing white supremacists who gathered over the weekend. Chris Van Cleve is at the statue of Robert E. Lee in Charlottesville. The city's effort to remove that statue is what led to the weekend protests in the first place. Chris, good morning to you.
Good morning. This park was full of white supremacist protesters over the weekend. Many of them weren't covering their faces. They weren't trying to hide their identities, but were still largely anonymous. One man is trying to use his Twitter page to change that. He wants to not only name them, but to shame them. The protests in Charlottesville were angry, violent, and deadly.
We saw more white supremacists attend the rally in Charlottesville than we've seen in over a decade.
Many demonstrators also seemed unconcerned about being exposed.
They're not wearing masks anymore. They're not wearing their hoods. They're not afraid anymore.
Logan Smith, who runs the Twitter account Yes, You're Racist, decided they did not deserve to be anonymous. On Saturday, he started posting photos of protesters on his Twitter page. As his followers jumped from fewer than 65,000 to about 350,000, they started helping him put names to faces.
I was able to go through those public profiles, look at more pictures to determine, that they were in fact the same person.
For many, this man's image has come to symbolize Friday night's rally. Yes, You're Racist identified him as Peter Seve, a student at the University of Nevada, Reno.
I do not identify as a white supremacist or a racist. Of course, that definition is really fluid. People have one version, I have another. I'm alt-right because I'm pro-white.
It's not just Twitter that's led to the outing of Charlottesville's protesters. After the New York Times posted this photo of James Alex Fields Jr., the man accused of killing a woman when he slammed his car into counter-protesters, the man standing next to him was soon identified on social media as Nigel Krufta. He's now lost his job at an equipment supply company.
I'm running in my head, how am I going to get money now? But it don't faze me. Nothing fazes me.
Experts say the current political environment may make it difficult to shame extremists.
When you have white supremacists and those who are violent feeling comfortable in society today, that's a danger.
And the extremist expert we talked to said white supremacists see this moment in time as what they hope will be the start of a white civil rights movement, and the rhetoric is escalating. Both the man behind the Twitter page and some of the people he's identified say they've been receiving death threats. Norah?
Chris, thank you. Very interesting how that, they're there in a public rally with cameras, and now their sort of names are being tied to their faces.
And they don't mind being seen. I think that takes it to a whole different level for me.
And they're trying to make this a movement, too.
Yeah.